So you got a new computer, or you've upgraded your computer with a bigger hard drive, and you want to figure out how to put games on that computer or on the bigger hard drive. Well, we're going to look at one of those ways to do that today. Hi, ThatPaulGuy. Today we're going to do something that some people have been asking for, and it can be a little bit confusing, and I don't want to say daunting, but it is a little bit sometimes because there are a lot of menus involved. There are a lot of little steps that it's pretty easy steps, but you can get lost really, really quickly. It's like if you are going into the corn maze and you memorize the route, and then they change the corn maze. You know how to get there, but sometimes things change a little bit and it's not as easy. So, and it's very easy to get kind of misled or to fall into the rabbit hole with some of the menus that are involved. And I'm talking about putting games in your Steam library, or I'm talking about actually moving your Steam library. For those of you that don't know, Steam is it's gaming service, gaming platform, gaming library. You can purchase, you can hold the library of where all your games are. You can launch games from it. Another one called Epic, and there's several of them. There's several game launchers out there, and there's several things that you can do that. But Steam is one of the ones that's been around for quite a while, and it's one of the more popular ones. And you can purchase quite a few number of games through Steam for the PC. Once you buy a game on Steam, you can download that to any PC, but you can only play under your account. So if you bought the game under, Joe Smith's account, Joe Smith can sign in and play that game. Anyway, so what we're going to try to do is we're going to try to go with the scenario that maybe you've bought a new hard drive because the hard drive in your computer wasn't big enough to install all your games. Or maybe you've upgraded things and you've got a really, really fast SSD or solid state device that has your operating system, but you've got another bigger hard drive that you just bought for storage to put all your videos, all your games, all your pictures, all your music, and all that, but you don't know how to move your Steam library. Well, let's go ahead and explore that because it's not too difficult to do, but it can be just a little bit confusing. First thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and open up. There we go. Now, first thing we're going to do is just open up the File Explorer. You want to choose whichever hard drive that you're going to put the new file folder on. We're going to right click on it. We're going to select New. And just as easy as this, we're going to put Steam Games. Sounds simple so far, right? We got that. So now we've got our Steam Games folder. We close that or minimize that for a few minutes because we're not going to use that again right now. Now we're actually going to open up Steam. Steam pops open. It does what it wants. There we go. So now once we've got Steam open, and you can see that's for the library of games. That's some of the games I've got. These are the ones that are listed on that happen to be on this computer. And we're going to go up here in the top left-hand corner to the Steam menu and Settings. And you can see another menu or drop box opens up, and there's a whole nother list of menus. So, like I said, this can get a little bit confusing, but we'll walk through it. So, first thing we want to do is we want to make sure that all the games that we are downloading in the future go to our new location. So we select Downloads here, Steam Library Folders up in the top, and you'll see it creates yet another pop-up. So you can see really where this gets confusing. Right now you can see where all the system files that I've got, these are all the files that actually run Steam, all the base files that have Steam that I cannot move. They're in this folder on my C drive. I do have some stuff on my D drive, which is a big folder, but now I want to add things onto my other hard drive. So we're going to add library folder, and this pops up yet another folder. So if I remember right, it was F. And then right here where it says Steam Games, we're going to select that, and then select. And you'll see this pops up. And you see right now that all the games, this column right here says default. And currently all my games are downloading to my D drive, the Steam Games folder in my D drive. And what if I want to change that to all my games going now to the F drive into this folder? Well, right click on this and then make that default folder. and you can see that changes. All right, future editing, Paul here. One thing that I neglected to mention that I'm going to go ahead and stick in here during this part is that if you are trying to move files and folders into a new Steam folder, it has to be a clean folder. There cannot be anything in it yet, because Steam will look to see if that is a brand new folder, because that's when it goes to populate its own setup files. If those setup files are already in there, or if there's game files already in there, it won't let you do it. So you have to go ahead and set up a clean folder or a new folder, and then go ahead and make that transfer so that you can go ahead and start downloading into that folder. It will take care of the rest of it for you. Okay, so that's how we're going to go ahead and change it where everything automatically starts installing onto the new folder. What if we want to change where the game is currently to go on to that new folder, or into that new folder, and change all the games that we have now from the smaller drive, presumably, to your new bigger drive? All right, we're going to go, and all the games are listed on the left hand, or all the games listed on the left hand side. We're going to right click on one, and Borderlands 2 I happen to know is in my D drive, and what if I wanted to move that to the new F drive? So we would open that up, and again, it's another menu box. We're going to go to local files, and then we're going to go to move install folder. When we click on that, there's another box that pops up. It tells me that Borderlands 2 is installed on library folder D Steam games, which was my default. We saw that a minute ago. So I get to select a new folder that those files are going to go to, all those install files, and it's actually going to move all of the files over for me. If I click F Steam games, which is the new folder we just set up, and I click on move folder, it should start moving everything for me. Now, it might take a while. I'm going to go ahead and cancel this because I don't want to move all my files over there. I'm just showing you guys what the deal is. It will take a little while because it's moving stuff from one drive to another. Presumably it'll take a little bit faster. It's a little bit faster to read from a solid state device, if that's your smaller operating system drive, to a larger device or a larger mechanical hard drive. So be a little bit patient with it, especially if you have a lot of games to move. But in the future, when you're moving your games onto that, or when you're downloading new games, they will go automatically to that new folder. If you are new to Steam, you're in a great position because all you have to worry about is the games that you're going to buy in the future, or the games that get gifted to you. Now that's another thing, and we'll probably cover that topic in another day, another time. But Steam is one of those formats, or one of those things that you can actually buy a game for somebody else. They can download it onto their computer, on their account, and they can play it. So somebody doesn't know if they like a game or not, it goes on sale, you'd like them to try it, or you're really addicted to it and you want them to play multiplayer with you, it's an option you can do if they're not in a position where they buy that game themselves. There are constantly sales. I'm not promoting Steam, I'm just letting you know information. There are constantly sales. If you go to the store, and we'll hit that real quick. If you go to the store, like right now, Sega has a sale on a lot of stuff because of its an anniversary, a 60th anniversary. But constantly there are updates and things. It's very helpful, but moving that library, or creating that library and putting it on the proper hard drive, is one of those things that is most confusing for people. And I thought I would go ahead and do a video to kind of clear that stuff up. So if you have any comments, as always, folks, I mean, you do those internet things, those YouTube things, you can thumbs up, you can thumbs down, leave me any kind of comments. Are you having any kind of issues? I'll see if I can walk you through it if I can. I would be more than happy to. Just leave me comments and I'll try to give you kind of an idea of what's going on. Moving games on, say, something like the Epic platform is similar, but it's a little bit more complicated because you have to actually start the copy process and then actually copy a file. It's not nearly as easy as Steam. Steam has made it very, very easy to transfer files and very easy to set things up. So I say very easy, but the menus can be confusing, so hopefully this helped a little bit. Anyway, folks, that's, like I said, that's all I got for right now. Leave me your thoughts and comments, and until next time, I'll see you later.